Hey everyone, happy Thursday! Today for Week of the Young Child by NAEYC is Artsy Thursday, one of my favorite subjects. So I kind of wanted to focus on something a little bit different than when we usually think of art. There's lots of resources out there for young ones to learn about famous artists, but I think there's one type of artist that sometimes gets a little overlooked, and that is illustrators. So I kind of wanted to show a few different of my favorite illustrators and then read you a story by one of my favorite people who is an author and an illustrator. So yeah, let's get started. So one author and illustrator that I like that has been around for a while is Sid Hoff, and my favorite book by him is called Danny the Dinosaur. So it's super cute about Danny, and he goes to the museum and then he sees the dinosaurs and he has this crazy adventure with this dinosaur. So it's really fun, but I love the way that Sid kind of illustrates the entire book. It's got these kind of just simple drawings with the little elements of color throughout the story. And as the story goes on, more color gets added, and it's just kind of like this colored pencil almost like technique, and it's not something you see as often, but it's really, really cool. I really love it. So another one of my favorite children's books of all time. I love for the story, and I also love for the art as well. It's another kind of one of those hand-drawn, simple illustrators is Ferdinand the Bull. So this is definitely like my favorite. The illustrator in this book is Robert Lawson. And I absolutely love the way that this one is drawn. So here's just a couple of examples. So it's definitely more of like a pen and ink style. And it's just so, there's no colors, but just the way that the shadowing and all the different effects are in there, it looks really cool. I really like it. So, and another one is an author that is super popular, and we all love his books and his illustrations, and the creativity of him is just mind-blowing. I love it. But my favorite book by him is The Foot Book by Dr. Seuss. I like this book in particular because it has a lot of Dr. Seuss's typical characters, but it just shows like where the imagination can go. So there's just the regular pages of the book, but as you get deeper into the book, he starts to create just these amazing, colorful characters. Like they're so cool. And I mean, all of his books has this amount of color and creativity and just super interesting and engaging for children. So definitely check out some illustrations by Dr. Seuss. And the book I want to read to you today is by another one of my most favorite children's books authors and illustrators, is The Very Busy Spider by Carle. Carle has this super unique way of illustrating his books that are really eye-catching and interesting. There's lots of color and layers, and it's just really cool. So we're going to read that book today, and before we read though, kind of wanted to get in and just give you guys a few ideas to try at home. So one of my favorite things to do with my students was always create books. We'd create it as a class, or they could do it individually. Just give them multiple pieces of paper of the same size, and they can color and decorate them however, and you can write the story together so they can tell you what they want to put in the story and you can write it down for them. Or if they're able to write, like help them be able to start developing that and put a story together. It's really fun. Another thing that's really good to do, a really fun art activity that I like to do that's not as messy, is you can paint with water. So it works on any type of paper. It's a really fun activity to do outside on the concrete. Just get a cup of water and a brush or other kind of painting tools and do whatever you want with the water. It's cool to talk about how the water can evaporate if it's warmer outside. It's really fun to do with ice cubes too. You can actually freeze watercolor and different paint on in like an ice cube tray, and they can take that out and paint with those as well. So have lots of fun creating some art today, maybe even creating your very own book, and I hope you enjoy the story. So, The Very Busy Spider by Carle. Early one morning, the wind blew a spider across the field. A thin, silky thread trailed from her body. The spider landed on a fence post near the farmyard and began to spin a web with her silky thread. "Nay, nay," said the horse. "Want to go for a ride?" The spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. "Moo, moo," said the cow. "Want to eat some grass?" The spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. "Bah, bah," bleated the sheep. "Want to run in the meadow?" The spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. "Meh, meh," said the goat. "Want to jump in the rocks?" The spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. "Oink, oink," grunted the pig. "Want to roll in the mud?" The spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. "Woof, woof," barked the dog. "Want to chase the cat?" The spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. "Meow, meow," cried the cat. "Want to take a nap?" The spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. "Quack, quack," called the duck. "Want to go for a swim?" The spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. "Cock-a-doodle-doo," cried the rooster. "Want to catch a pesky fly?" And the spider caught the fly in her web, just like that. "Who, who," asked the owl. "Who built this beautiful web?" The spider didn't answer. She had fallen asleep. It had been a very busy day. The end. Hope you enjoyed The Very Busy Spider by Eric Carle and enjoyed watching his amazing artwork throughout the book. Have fun creating today. Enjoy your Artsy Thursday. Bye!